Libras, welcome into your monthly reading. This is for April. So we are closing out quarter one of 2026, and it has been a ride. It has been a ride. It has been challenging. It has been amazing, miraculous. It has been transformative. It's been like a rebirth, awakening. I mean, it really has been everything it said it was going to be, at least from my experience and, what I'm seeing with the people and clients I have. So how has it been for you, Libras? Let me know in the comments. And exciting times. I really do feel reality is shifting, even though we may not see it in the external world. We can't measure our path or this new reality unfolding based on what the external is telling us. It's based on what we're feeling and what we're going through internally. Definitely, if you've been going through a lot of changes, a lot of aha moments, a lot of awakenings, a lot of making changes, you're definitely in line there. I feel like April, there's going to be a lot going on in April, and how I'm kind of seeing it in the readings is almost like there's so many different pieces in the readings that are happening. So I kind of feel like there's a lot of different things happening. It's not just one storyline or one thing. There's a lot of different things, but they're all converging. And it's like putting the puzzle pieces together, but it's also about really grounding in to the new you. And it's not even the new you. It's the you that has always been there. It is the true self. It is the self void of the identity, void of the belief systems, void of all the things that life told you that you had to be or do. And now you're starting to really get to the core of who you are and what you need to be doing, how you want to spend your time, what you want to put out in the world, what kind of relationships you want to have. So, more of that in April. And this is going to be a big astrological month again. So February was a big one. April, and then, those were the big months that all the, spiritual, community's been talking about. And then July. So we're here on the second biggest one. And we have a lot of fire energy. We have, at the beginning of the month, we have 7 planets that are going to be in Aries, which 7 planets in one sign is rare. So it's common to have, it's called a stellium in astrology. And that means there's like more than 3 planets in a sign. But to have 7 is a lot. So that Aries energy is going to be very strong. In Aries, I've kind of been talking about it in my videos because there's been a lot of Aries energy, but Aries is very the me, the I energy, and it's about, putting yourself out there. It's about taking action. It's about creativity and being inspired. Aries has a lot of passion. So with Aries, you can use that very wisely and to create and to take action and put things out in the world that align with your true self. And it can also kind of align more on the detriment, meaning, a more aggression or impulsiveness, especially when it comes to how you respond or react, right, to life. So even though it is more about the self, the I, that sign is really about getting in touch with our truth. And once we do that, that is where we can show up in the world empowered and confident, just like Aries. So let's dig in and see what's going on, Libras, for you. I did just want a quick, with everything we're going through and the times we're in, I just want to put a plug. If you need support or want some sort of assistance in your expansion, I have my books, the Sum of Everything series. It's book 1 and 2. And it is really just that. It is the sum of everything. It talks a little bit about everything. It really helps us expand from the inside out and to truly feel what it means, right? Because when someone tells you, oh, I just went through a rebirth and I'm feeling bliss like I've never felt before, or I feel, what does true peace mean? We don't really know what that is until we experience it. We don't know what ascension feels like. We don't know what it feels like to really connect with the divine unless we feel it. And my writings and my words have energy frequency that help open that up in you. So just wanted to remind everyone you can find these on Amazon, which is linked below. I also did post some new energy tools, some new jewelry on my Etsy shop as well. And I have some new collections, and they're more energy collections. So it's different stones that you can look at if you're looking for protection or grounding. Maybe you're looking for stuff to support your transformation, clarity, intuition, or the heart, if you're looking for more heart-centered stones. And they are set in collections so you can see the stones that actually work off each other together. So as you can see, I usually wear, multiple bracelets. And I usually try and pick stones that work together and play off each other. All right, let's dig in to the Whispers of the Ocean Oracle and see what is going on for you Libras. Take note, your answers are being given to you. Quieting external voices and excessive noise will give you the chance to hear what is being offered. Okay. Mutually beneficial venture. There is an extraordinary connection at the forefront of your life at this moment. Utilize this relationship to benefit everyone concerned. And setting up parameters. Assess your relationships and determine how they are aligned with your goals. Setting boundaries requires an honest evaluation of your present relationships. So just what I said, this is happening for most people that are awakened or going through this, evolution process. You need to really see everything clearly right now. Analyze your relationships. How are they aligned with you and where you're at now? Not where you were, even 6 months ago or 10 years ago. There needs to be some honest evaluation of, there's kind of a focus on relationships here. But also I feel like there's some things that are really about to, blossom for you, I'm feeling, Libras, when it comes to just life opportunities, new things opening up for you. And I think it's time to really say, okay, what's going to help support me and help me expand, rather than what are the things that are, making me feel small. I do feel like if you're looking for answers around certain things in your life, that take note card is definitely saying, I feel like your higher team, your guides, your angels, ancestors are trying to talk to you. And especially if you're in an environment or if there's a lot of excessive noise in your external world, take time to do things that you get away from that, where you can kind of connect internally. But there is definitely a connection that's coming to me in April that's going to be mutually beneficial, as this says. It could be something to do with work or an opportunity to really, like it says, benefit you in some big way. This is going to be an extraordinary connection. So something is going to be coming together in April for you. So that's amazing. Okay, let's dive into the tarot look at the first card out. The Sun, and then we have the Magician and Six of Swords. And because I see this Lover's card, we got the Hermit and the King of Wands. So I mean, lots of these 4 cards are major arcana here. So you really, I think there's just a lot of energetic power you have this month. So use it to your advantage. I think you're going to be magnetizing a lot of good things. People are going to be drawn to you. They're going to feel your energy shifting because I see this really strong positive energy here. There is something either about a decision you have to make that you're really kind of deep diving about, that you've been assessing, or there's a relationship that you're kind of assessing here. But there's a lot of confidence, right? Look at this. There's the wands, the fire energy coming through. So you're kind of using your passions and excitement. That is what we want to do, and I've been talking about this. Everyone kind of, if you want to ask, like, well, how do I increase my vibration? How do I stay high vibe? How do I, how do I open up and manifest more? Something like that. And the key is to follow your greatest excitement, your greatest passion, follow your intuition and those little, nudges that are coming every single day. And those are the things we're supposed to lead with. Okay? So I feel like you're going to be doing that in April, and it's going to lead and start to unfold. Again, connections, opportunities. I feel like you're really finding your path, Libras. So if you've been like kind of confused about your life path or purpose or work or how you need to go about doing something, I do feel like April's going to be a supportive month for that, for you. Because too, with the Six of Swords, you're definitely, you're moving into territory that's going to be easier to navigate. Things are going to be easier. It's not going to feel as difficult, like you're trying to get yourself through swampy waters or something like that. I just feel like you've been kind of trying to canoe yourself in a direction, and you're like, when is this going to get easier? When is something going to finally, click? And I feel like this is your month. That card kind of has been coming up a lot. So there's definitely movement in April for everyone. 3 of Swords, 8 of Wands, and the Hanged Man. So I kind of see this 3 of Swords as, I think in the past or just recently, I do feel like you haven't felt like, you're not happy with where you are in your life, or maybe you're not happy because maybe you don't have a relationship, or the relationships you've had have kind of all just been very heartbreaking for you, caused a lot of heartbreak. But I feel like you're like, well, is happiness something that I'm really going to have, or am I going to have a relationship? And I feel like there's some deep diving here with the Hermit in the center of your reading. The Hermit is the spiritual, the spiritual enlightened one of the deck. And it's really about becoming enlightened about your path that you've had your whole life. And the Hermit is getting enlightened by this path. And you could have been on a hermit path, feeling like your path has been very lonely. You've had to navigate this alone most of the time. But 8 of Wands again, there's fast movement here. And there's the Hanged Man, which is also about kind of enlightenment. If you see the light halo around his head, really represents kind of enlightenment. a shift in perspective here. And I think that's what needs to happen. It's almost like in the past, you've kind of been in this poor me, but like there's something that happens that shifts your perspective and you start to get like, okay, that's why I had to go through that. Or maybe it's about deep belief systems that you've continued to just, it's been in a loop unconsciously, and you're starting to really see that and shifting out of a victim mentality and more into I have the power here. But it's not about power over, it's about power with the universal energies. And look at this. On the bottom is the Fool. So definitely you're on a new path this month. Like you're starting a whole new thing going on. A new chapter. You could be traveling. So if you're traveling, I do feel like this trip is going to open up something. That could be where you find the mutually a connection that's mutually beneficial. There could be a venture that opens up because of this trip. Let's get one for the Hermit. What does the Hermit want to say? Page of Pentacles. Yeah, it's about the lessons, learning, seeing the value. Which the lesson here that, Libra, that you need to really become enlightened about here is about the equitability of relationships and what it means to the flow of giving and receiving, and what it means to give, to be open and be able to give, and to be open to receive. That has to equate to each other, right? If you give too much and don't receive, that's going to create an imbalance. But this is a key life lesson that you have to awaken to. And it's not just, giving out of a sense of this power play of, oh, it's the image I'm trying to create. Like I give to certain people, I give to causes, but when it comes to my relationships, I don't give. There's something here about the lesson, and I think April is the month where it needs to become pretty clear for you, because that is your block. Let's see, let's see the Three of Swords. Yeah, Two of Wands. And the Empress. There's definitely something about relationship here and finding the right person. I do feel like past relationships or past heartaches kind of kept you closed off in this comfort zone. So there's kind of this need to open yourself up and be open to different, another thing that just came to me because I saw the world. There's something about different locations here. Opening yourself up to different possibilities, different locations than maybe what you thought. Look at that, Two of Wands, Three of Wands. And that's really about putting out a wish or a want and you receiving it this month. And then one more for the Hanged Man and Eight of Pentacles. Yeah, work. I feel like there's twofold here. There's something about work. There's something you've been stuck on about work. And there's something that you get enlightened about. I feel like your kind of path is going to shift this month. Like you're finally going to see like, oh, there's an opportunity for work that maybe you hadn't seen or hadn't planned on. But also I think it's twofold. Like just what I talked about for April. There's a lot of moving pieces happening in April. And it's like happening and impacting you in a lot of different ways. So I feel like there's this work piece. There's also this piece about really awakening to kind of some deep-seated lessons that you haven't really been, been conscious for you. And then there's this piece about relationships. So there's a lot of things going on. And that's been kind of the trend. All right, Libras, one more I Ching card for a message, an outgoing message for you. Tranquility, earth over heaven. Now is a time of growing potential. It is possible to grow to great heights, but keep your inner balance that has brought you here. Do not become complacent now. Spot on. Big potential in many areas of your life this month. But it's about being really aware and conscious about how you've played in life, in your relationships, also with yourself. But there's a lot here. Okay. All right, Virgos, sorry, Libras, it's getting late here. Thanks for joining in. Don't forget to like and subscribe before you go. But thank you again for being here and supporting me and my channel. But I will see you in the next reading.